Welcome back to Addiction TV, guys. So I just got done watching the first 2 episodes of Scream Resurrection, and I'd like to share my thoughts and talk about it. But before we go any further, I want to say this is a non-spoiler discussion. There are going to be no spoilers, so in the comments, when you guys comment, please try not to put spoilers in there if you've seen it. But although I'd like to hear your thoughts, but I'm pretty sure you could do that without spoiling anything. I would like to say it's not what I thought it was, but that's okay. Sometimes things change. And the first thing I want to talk about is the plot. And I'm going to do my best not to spoil anything, but I'm going to say it involves a person. I'm not going to say their sex or their gender. I'm trying not to go too far into spoilers, but it involves a certain character and a sibling. And I do want to say we do get a cameo in the first episode with somebody wielding a weapon that I think you guys will love if you are a fan of this movie. I really want to say who it is and what the weapon is, but I can't. But as soon as you guys see it, I'm sure you will know exactly what I'm talking about and exactly who I am talking about. So let's go ahead and talk about the cast. I do want to say the acting is not that great. There are some better than others, but there's a lot of cheese when it comes to the acting. There really is. But there are certain things I like about certain characters. I like the no spoilers. There's certain characters I like their connection with each other. And as you guys seen in the trailer, I like the group of kids. I like how you got your jock. You have your goth chick. You have the nerdy kid. You have the smartass. You have the stuck-up people. And I like how there's so much going on. It brings these people together. It brings together people that you wouldn't normally see hanging out, and they have to work together to survive. I really do like that, but I am going to say, yes, it's pretty cheesy. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I was excited for this. I'm not saying I'm let down. I won't know exactly how I completely feel until the season is over, but I will say, yes, it was pretty, excuse me, it was a little cheesy, but that's okay. Shit happens, man. There's so many horror movies and horror series that have cheese, and I think a little bit of cheese is always good, man. It always gives us something that we can laugh about. Speaking of cheese, let's go ahead and get into the humor on this show. The humor is really over the top on this show, and I'm not going to lie, there are certain punchlines that will make you laugh your ass off. But there's also a lot of race jokes in there going toward black people and white people, and I'm going to say, from my personal opinion, both are pretty damn funny and almost pretty accurate, movie-wise, not reality-wise, but movie-wise, they're kind of accurate, and I love it. It made me laugh, but still a good amount of cheese. Now let's go ahead and talk about the blood and gore so far. So far, it's decent. You know, we can't show too much on television, although they're showing all kinds of shit on cable these days. I'm going to say it's decent. Maybe it'll get a little bit better as the show goes on, but as of now, it's not too gory. You see a little bit of blood, but it's not like off the wall, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she got cut there. I can't believe his intestines are falling out, la la la. You know, it's decent. It's nothing special. It's just a little blood drip drop here and there, and that's about it so far for the blood and gore. That's about it. Now let's go ahead and talk about Ghostface himself. Without going into spoilers, I'm not going to say who I predict I think the killer is. I'm not going to give no hints on who they think the killer is. But Ghostface himself, I think he looks pretty good. Something about the robe looks a little off to me, but that's okay. It's been a... Scream 4 was made in, what, 2011? It's 2019 now. There's a good bit of years before we have seen the classic Ghostface robe. The mask looks fine. The robe itself, I don't know. The movements of the actor playing Ghostface in this, I'm going to say it's decent. We haven't got to see him do too much yet. You know, we always got to see Ghostface run in and doing this and that shit in the Scream movies, but I will say Roger Jackson has not lost his touch when it comes to Ghostface's voice. That is the most exciting part of this show so far for me. His punchlines, the shit he says in the phone calls, some of the shit he says in text messages, and I'm just like, oh hell yes. I'm so glad they got Roger Jackson back. The voice is just as good as ever in my personal opinion. Now before we move on to my final thoughts on Scream Resurrection, I'm going to chug this beer and let's go. Yes. Nothing like a cold natural ice. I'm bullshitting y'all. This ain't cold. You already know that though. But let's get into my final thoughts on Scream Resurrection. I don't think it's that great. I'm not going to lie to you. It's pretty predictable. It's not complete garbage like some people say it is. But I will say it's almost to that point. I don't really find myself connecting with any of the characters. Like, I really hope he makes it. I really hope she makes it. I might get to that point. I still have a couple more episodes to watch, obviously. I will say this. I have seen worse. And I will say it is entertaining. It's fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to sit back and watch. You can laugh. You can have a good time with it. And that's how I had a great time watching it. But it's still cheesy. It's pretty predictable. You know where it's going. Now, when it gets to the last episode and it really catches me off guard, then I might be more pulled in. I know a couple people liked it, and I know a couple people didn't. I know Jimmy Champagne really hated it. Excuse me. And everybody has their own opinion, and that's fine. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm going to say it's entertaining and it's fun. But other than that, that's my thoughts. It's cheesy and fun, and Roger Jackson kills it, as always. I love it. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments on Scream Resurrection. Are you guys enjoying what you've seen so far? I can't even talk after chugging this beer. Are y'all enjoying what you've seen so far? Like and subscribe. I can't wait to see the next couple episodes, and I will talk about that as well. And like I said, please keep spoilers out of the comments. If you can't help it, I will search and try to delete it, but you know, don't read the comments. People that haven't seen it, just in case, just don't read the comments if you don't want spoilers. Coming at you from Addiction TV. Until next time, guys, everybody have a good night.